Okay, everybody, I wanted to share another property. So have you ever wondered how do people find, how do investors or builders, how do they find deals, right? And how is it that they're making find these deals and make all this money, right? And they come up on TV shows, right? There's a lot of people like that, like where flip this house or things like that, right? Build something. So I'm gonna show you a property that just came up, and this is how you find them, right? You work with a real estate agent that knows how to find those deals, and within the community, like, we share with each other what we have and what's come up, because I don't have a client, so then somebody I know might have one. So I'm gonna show you this property real quick, see what you guys think, okay? But now keep in mind, this property is a total fixer-upper, right? So it needs work. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet. The asking price is $585,000, and the resale value is $650, $660, $640, something like that. So it's not a lot of money, right? The difference is that this property, it's a 12,000 square foot lot, and it's R3. R3 zoning means you could build up to 3 units, and this is already a single family 3-bedroom, 2-bath, right? So if you were to add a second or third home here, or a duplex, or whatever it might be, you're already looking at least at $1.2 million or so, give or take. But I'll show it to you real quick. Okay, so look, obviously this property, it's a total fixer, right? Like I said, and there's windows, paint, roof, it needs everything. So this would be a fully a fixer-upper type property that it would have to be fully rehabbed in order for it to be brought to current standards. So if you were to buy this property at the asking price of $585,000, and then you put in, I don't know, $60,000, $70,000, $40,000, $60,000, whatever it might be, it depends on the construction quality, the quality of the labor, materials. You could go up to $100,000, right? So then now you have $650,000, $680,000, $700,000 property fully renovated, right? However, if you look around here, it's getting, for the area here in LA, it's getting more and more unusual to find properties with big lots like this. So here, R3, residential 3, and being able to have all this space to be able to add a second or third unit, or maybe 2 little houses, or maybe a duplex side to side, or 2 little apartments, whatever it might be. But now you have 3 units, right? And so then now, whatever the cost of labor is, right? So let's say it runs you $200 a square foot, and you get 2 properties, 1,000 square foot each. Let's say 800 or 1,000 in the back. It's still gonna put you at least at $1.2 million, $1.3 million, somewhere in that range. Maybe less, maybe more. I haven't really done those numbers. But then the point of this video is to show you, to share how, like when you see TV shows, when people are saying flip this house, or get this investment or this deal or whatever it might be, so you can make money on it on the flip, then this is how you find them. But most of the time we find this because they come up in our MLS system. But for example, this one, before it came up in the market, it was shared with me, like, hey, here's an opportunity if you want, if you have a client. I do have a client, but he didn't jump on it. So right now, some investors are not jumping on being able to acquire properties where you had to build, unless it's like super substantial lower price, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how the market's going to be affected in the next 6 to 8 months. But nevertheless, the market seems to be very strong. You have a lot of yard in the front too. It's not likely for anything to happen but continue the way it is right now for the next 12 months at least, if there's going to be any adjustments, right? But we don't know, right? We can't predict the future. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you like the video, you know what to do. Put the like button. I heard from YouTube that it doesn't matter how many subscribers you get, as long as you get likes. So I would appreciate if you put a like. Support this channel. All right, cool. Any questions, put them in the comments. Most people are texting me or calling me and having conversations about some of these videos I'm putting up. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions on this, let me know. And if you're, I have a lot of buyers, a lot of clients who tell me, I'm trying to find a deal where I could fix. Unfortunately, like this property, for example, you can't sell it to a buyer who's gonna finance, you know, because a bank won't finance in this type of property because it's not habitable. And so then this type of deals have to be bought cash. There is one type of financing for this kind of property. It's called hard money, but is not good. I don't recommend those. I avoid those because there's so many people with cash. Even if I'm representing the seller, I still avoid those. I skip those. I go to cash buyers because when you're a cash buyer, you're in control, and when you have to finance, you don't have control. And then those loans are expensive, and then those people are looking for a better deal because they need to compensate for how expensive that loan is. So this is not really for rookie investors. You have to start somewhere, I get it, but it's too risky. So this type of property, you can't get a regular conventional financing. It has to be cash. And so when you find a deal like this, usually it sells quick, it sells cash or hard money, and sells to investors, normally experienced investors. Anyway, I hope you like this video, and talk soon. Call me anytime. Bye. Like it and share it, please. Run down real quick of what the interior looks like. Let's see. It's very tore up, actually. He needs everything for sure. Ooh, scary in here. This place looks like. So it needs absolutely everything. It needs to be fully renovated. The foundation seems good, actually. Doesn't seem uneven. It's hard to see, right? Because it's dark, but it seems okay. And when you have a good, solid foundation, of course, when you buy a property like this, you have to do all that research and all the search to make sure that it actually is good. But it seems even. It doesn't seem like it's caving or anything like that. So yeah, so it's actually a really nice property. This is in the city in Montebello, and it's part of LA. It's part of East Los Angeles, if you will. Technically it's not, but it's in the east side of Los Angeles. And so pricing here is like crazy, astronomical. It's just like anywhere else, but Montebello really holds value and goes up in value faster in some areas. And Montebello technically is an upgrade city. You know, people want to sell from LA to Montebello, just like Monterey Park, Alhambra, those areas. Anyway, so obviously this property needs a lot of work. So, you know, whoever buys it is going to have to put in 60, 70. It depends on who they use and the quality of labor, quality of materials, and if it's going to be owner occupied or not. If it's going to be investment, sometimes the quality of work is a little less, or not the work quality of material, right? Because they want to save money on cost. They want to save money on cost of material, so sometimes they don't go full out. But if you're going to live in it, then you might spend more money too, right? Because you want to occupy it and then have a very nice property. All right, cool. So I hope you like this video.